It's one of those deals where I end up telling the kids, like, thank you for making this season so fun, because that's what they're doing. Like, we don't ever have to worry about kids not being at school. We don't have to worry about kids being at practice. We've had nobody ineligible. It's just one of those years.
Rushville Industries' most successful football campaign since 1998 has been born of approach, resolve, and resilience. An 8-game win streak, the program's longest in 28 years, as response to a disappointing Week 1 loss to Stark County.
And I know that when we lost that game, there were a lot of really sad faces in that lineup, but the thing that kind of tells the tale of this group is how they approached practice after that. I've said for a while that this might be the best practice group that I've ever had, and that they are locked in, and we just get better every day. And I don't know if losing that first one was the reason we went up on that trajectory. I'm sure that attacking the things that we were doing wrong was part of that, but this is just a really good group of kids, and I think that exemplifies that.
With a shared conference title and now a playoff to show for it thus far. Moreover, this is a Rocket team still trending upward, finding its defensive groove back in Week 8 just in time to post that signature win over Princeville.
The one thing I need to credit there is Coach Bickerman and being patient and not saying we have to change anything, but just saying, like, hey, these are the things that you're supposed to do to play good defense, and we've just continued to work on those things. And along with that, I'll also say we are the wing T team in the conference, and we get week after week after week to practice this defending spread-ish teams, and so we kind of get better at it as the year goes on.
And as its bread and butter, boasting one of the most prolific ground and pound attacks anywhere, even after losing standout Jordan McGinnis to a broken leg.
Jordan McGinnis is the heartbeat of Rocket football, and he's been at home, on the couch with a broken leg, hasn't even been able to be at the games. But and I got to say, Sebastian Berteau's name is the guy who's kind of slid into. The thing is, we knew Sebastian was a good player. We'd seen him play offense the last 2 years at the JV level. We just hadn't needed him to play offense, and so he slid in there. But no, Jordan McGinnis was a real big tone setter for us in the off season, the whole year. Honestly, he's been a Rocket football tone setter since he was in 7th grade.
Emergent 1,000-yard rusher Rylan Reimolds and the development of the physically imposing Brady Downs at fullback have seemed to keep the chains moving.
And what does my dad always say about fullbacks? He always says he's the hub of the wheel in this offense, and yes, Brady being a hammer in the middle just kind of sets the tone for everything. And then if you look at kind of the committee of guys, with Rylan just going over 1,000 yards this last week. I played for Coach Unruh, and I remember in the days of when we were playing and before, Coach Unruh's thing was always, you're going to reduce and do less and try to do really well at the things we do, and really at this point we're running less offense than we were at the beginning of the year. And I think we just kind of found, like, these are the plays and the formations that we're real comfortable with, and our kids can, as we say, play with an exclamation point over their head instead of a question mark.
Of particularly stylistic importance this week, as the Rockets battle to keep it going against a fellow wing T practitioner in Ottawa Marquette.
I was watching their film, and it's like, oh, there's right 28 sweep. It's pretty much the same offense that we run with a few wrinkles. They do a little bit more with formations than we do, but again, like you just said, watch on film. They're a good football team, and it's going to be a lot of work for us. But we look forward to the opportunity. And I'm going to tell this to the kids this afternoon, that, like, this is what you've worked for, and you have the right to be excited about this, and you should want the opportunity to play a good team, because they've had a lot of playoff success, and we're trying to get to that point. We've said all offseason that, like, Rocket football belongs in the playoffs, but we want to win in the playoffs, and that hasn't happened here since Tyler Crum was the quarterback, and so we want to make sure that we can kind of change that.